It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football and certainly the loudest as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Today it's week 4 and we've got what should be a great one here as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready? And incomplete to open things up. Oh, Thomas unable to reel that one in. That'll bring up second down. You look at this Baltimore defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something that they have to work on and reverse a little bit. Make sure you play the run on your way back to the quarterback.
Ready, after the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing now is Lance. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. A big play there for KC. 43 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. Jackson firing quickly out wide for Bateman. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
You talk about this Chiefs defense.
They played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out, they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Facing 4th down, Baltimore will punt. Jordan Stout out there.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Lance looking to throw it. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Now a 1st down run is sniffed out from the start as he'll drop him for a loss of 4.
Drill, 52. Smash, red. Rail, yellow. Cut.
From midfield, here's Lance.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Striker. Ultra. Set cut.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now Lance looking to change it up. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
2nd and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 10.
And now an audible here into something else.
Ready.
To throw, it's Lance.
He gets it to Thomas. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 18. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Here we go.
Pacheco gets it up the gut.
And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down.
White.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Let's go now.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Switch. Yellow. Yellow. Go. Let's go. Go set. Yellow.
Now
Go.
Thomas will come in motion right.
Set.
On 3rd down, it's Pacheco.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. The kick by Sanders is good.
So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. Powering his way forward. And he returns this to the 22.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
They run it again with Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And this really is a good defense because what they've done is focus on stopping the running game and being physical against it.
And the numbers, they really bear that out. They're currently 5th in the National Football League in rushing defense.
Now 3rd down and 7. That's complete.
And a loose football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knock over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. First down, here's the run with Cook. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
He'll get that out wide to Duvernay.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he is going to have a Ravens first down by a good couple of yards as they get 3 there on 4th and inches.
Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
Here's Jackson to throw. And he will find his man Samuel. And he's brought down to the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10.
Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
Devin Duvernay,
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
and the Ravens have cut it back within a score.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
Ravens 7. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
On the return from his end zone is Grant. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Ready.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Johnson running right. And he'll get this up only to about the 22. Now the offense moving quickly to the line.
The 22-yard line.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down.
Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down.
A gain of 5. It's 4th down.
Green Jack. Ready.
Lance to throw for it on 4th down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Cook now off the read option. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
First down now, but that clock rolling.
A gain of 16 yards.
Now Lamar changing the look.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Jackson trying to hustle his unit up quickly to the line of scrimmage. On
on second down. Cook. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. They need 2. Here's third down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Tucker's kick is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. The return from his end zone is Grant. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Again, it's Cook. 52 yards rushing for him now to this point. And now they're in the hurry-up.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Smoke Monday. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this third quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got him moving downfield, but that's a play where he just shouldn't have thrown the football. And ultimately, could wind up costing him the ball game.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes it a 17-10 score. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with it.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And quickly, they get to the line. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Now 2nd and 9. Now Lamar changing the play. Now it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. Here's 3rd and 3. Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th. Throwing is Jackson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to get it back here just past the 35. First possession of the 3rd quarter, interception, so maybe a second-half tone set.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Blue.
The Lance going to throw. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. 13 yards, the tally on the return there. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
That's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he hadn't made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Check white. Hut.
They'll give up the middle to Johnson. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Hey, go Fury. Ready.
Johnson running long. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Tackle back at the 28-yard line.
10 cycles.
Now Lance wants to change him up.
Hut.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Lance. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A big play there on the catch and run. And the Chiefs are going to get a fresh set of downs. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4.
Here we go.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run here with Pacheco. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Ready. Set.
Once more, it's Pacheco. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go.
Ready.
Lance now on 3rd and goal. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Justin Matabike able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. Sanders' kick is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal the start of the drive, get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done. There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. To throw is Jackson. Under pressure, they got him again. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Chiefs are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, time, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance of victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly. And what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting us inside the 30. It's a gain of 35.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
A give right side for Pacheco.
Down to about the 22 here.
60 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Here's Lance.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Going quickly here to Thomas. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Michael Thomas from 17 yards out.
And the Chiefs are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
At the Chiefs' 32-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. And now here is another interception. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Well, now they'll try the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2.
Now it looks like he'll throw here.
And 12. At the 21.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Hunter Renfrow, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Sanders now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Ravens 10. Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This one all the way back. So definitely good for the individual stats. Maybe not for our storyline, but he's in for the late score. Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
34. Ravens 16. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We got to get it back.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now a 2nd and 2. Now a play fake. Lance looking long for Thomas. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Armour-Davis. And some room to maneuver. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
That'll be caught. It's Tony. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
For our Kansas City Chiefs.
On first down, Lance. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Boy, that ball's just hanging up there, waiting to be intercepted. That looked doomed from the start. But they took the deep shot anyway, and fortunately, it winds up incomplete.
Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is of all those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one. Everything.